Well, hello to those who may be viewing my video, and I thank you for the opportunity to audition for the spot. I jotted down a few notes just to make sure that I touched on all the highlights that you'd asked for. Introduction. My name is Dr. Michael Maxwell. I'm a licensed professional counselor in the state of Texas. I want you to keep in mind that Oprah discovered a counselor in the state of Texas as well, and they were able to parlay that deal to something pretty successful. My experience, I have 13 years experience working as a professional counselor. I've worked in a psychiatric hospital setting. I've worked with juvenile delinquent boys in a live-in facility. I've worked at the state and county penal system working with adults and families. And I've worked as a school counselor as well. Currently I'm working as a private practitioner, and I'm also teaching counseling to master's and doctoral level students at an area university. My style is very active. I practice with individuals as a cognitive behavioral therapist, which is a very goal-oriented, active, no-nonsense type of counseling. When working with couples and families, on the other hand, I bring that same philosophy, which is active and no-nonsense, but it's less bound to the cognitive realm. It's more of an eclectic type style. From a personal standpoint, I've been accused of being animated and opinionated. And quite frankly, I resemble those remarks, so I use those to my advantage in my work and in my personal life. Perhaps that may be useful in the show as well. My experience with families in the capacities that I've just mentioned, at the live-in facilities, at the prison, in the schools, and in my private practice, I've worked with couples and families for the past 13 years. I enjoy working with families. I enjoy working with as many individuals as possible in the room from that family, because from week to week, you never know what you're going to get, and that is exciting and invigorating to me. It really helps you to work off the seat of your pants. Some of the statistics that you had mentioned in your email were pretty astonishing, although I knew several of those statistics. I want to touch a little bit on those as far as how it pertains to my philosophy. The whole nature versus nurture argument. Personally, from my experience professionally and socially, I've discovered that I believe nature contributes about 50% and nurture contributes about 50% of personality development. I believe that we as parents predispose our children for certain personality types. From that point on, it's the nurture portion. It's what children are socialized into. It's what children observe their parents doing. And the old adage of do as I say and not as I do just does not work with children. Another figure of speech, which is the apple rarely falls far from the tree. I've seen that work time and time again in our families. I'd like to talk a little bit about the twin studies. Twin studies where the twins at birth are separated and sent to different families. One twin is sent to a family, say, where there is no alcoholism, or there is no obesity, or perhaps the parents are not divorced, and the other twin is sent to a different family. What the twin studies show is that these children will follow in the lines of the parents that are raising them, not necessarily the parents who birthed them. So that's why I'm a firm believer in the idea that parents can help stop the cycle if they go about it in a mindful manner with good therapy. That's probably more than my 3 minutes. I wanted you to get a sense of who I am and how I work professionally. I hope you got a pretty good sense of who I am and what I do, and good luck with your decision.